y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle and this is the Belle Perspective, and today we're going to be reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's back for round 5, I believe. This episode is titled A Holt and a Prayer. But before we get into that, I've got a couple housekeeping items I need to cover. Okay, so y'all already know this is a growing channel, okay? And I need your help. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you have already subscribed, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like the video, comment, it'll push me up in the algorithm and more people will see my content and want to subscribe. With that being said, I want to shout out some of my newest subscribers. We love to show love around here. I'm shouting out Louise Me, Marcy Plans It, Ruru, and Amra. Oh, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment. Now, y'all, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best to keep this video as short as possible, but I have a lot to say. And I'm also fighting a sinus thing going on. My ears running, my nose running, my eyes. I got all this going on up in here. So I'm a little stuffy. My throat is a little y'all just bear with me as I get through. There's been some changes with the cast. Destiny is gone, which I feel like is probably the best thing for Destiny, because I feel like she was getting torn to shreds and she wasn't really trying to share her personal life. And it's like, girl, this reality TV. That's dumb that you're not sharing your personal life. So if you're not ready to do that, then yeah, it's time for you to move along. And I'm glad for her. Hopefully her business is doing well. We wish Destiny the best. Kiki is on the, Kiki fought, scratched, and clawed her family to get onto this show. She better bring it. If Kiki boring, yeah, I'm gonna ride her like a dog. You hear me? I'm gonna ride her like a dog. Courtney and Stormi. Yes! Courtney and Stormi have been officially added to the deck and we are so excited about it. I'm here for it. I love Stormi. You know, it was a little questionable when she started looking like the attack dog for Melody last season. I was just like, I don't know about you, Stormi. I don't know about you. But she started to kind of get back onto the right side of history, in my opinion. And I'm like, okay, I'm here for Stormi. I'm here for her. I'm here for her. I like her. I think she keep it real. I think she's smart. She's unconventional. I like the way her and Courtney move. I like their relationship. I'm super excited to see them do their thing. Mel is keeping her distance like her usual self. She don't fool with nobody on the cast. But then when they get in front of the cameras, they gotta act like they best friends and they've been talking and hanging out and doing all this other stuff, and it's a kiki. All right, Mel, if that's how you want to do it, that's fine. So Mel opens up and says that she hasn't talked to Kimmi in real life, text or anything. She's DM'd Kimmi here and there. Obviously, Kimmi is battling her own thing, so she's not even concerned, in my mind, not concerned whether Mel's reaching out to her or not. So I think that's the reason why Kimmi and Mel get along, because Kimmi got so many other things going on in her life. Plus, she's also grown, and I don't think that Kimmi really sees. Actually, let me take that back. Let me run that back, because I know Kimmi admits in her confessional that she sees Mel as a friend. So I think Kimmi is just very low maintenance when it comes to friendship. She doesn't expect a whole lot because she has her own friends that she can lean on. I really think that's what it is. So Mel had recently had a birthday. Shout out to the 37 gang. I'm not there yet, but at some point I will be. So gang. Kimmi is asking, so how was your trip? Da 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 da. Here go now. Mel doing the same thing Destiny was doing. I'm like, Mel, this show is called Love and Marriage Huntsville. We're not gonna sit up here and act like you can't talk about who you dating. It's called Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you do not want to talk about love and or marriage, maybe you need to go on. Since all your fans say that you can carry a show anyway, maybe you should try that. Go on, toodles, because we tired. Like, Kimmi wants a celebration, and to celebrate her final phases of chemo. Okay, so there's chemo that she had to go through. Then there's also surgery that she'll have to go through. Maurice is completely against it, and I understand why. Maurice thinks, listen, you need to rest, you need to take the time to, you know, set back, because you have surgery that you have to think about, which is an even greater stress on your body. And so, in the spirit of being a dutiful husband, and honestly, y'all, this is gonna sound really bad, Maurice has given us and shown us for so many seasons that he is self-absorbed, that he doesn't, honestly, I was a little nervous for sis when she said she was diagnosed. I didn't know if Maurice was gonna serve her divorce papers. Like, that's how self-absorbed and self-centered Maurice comes off. So I'm surprised in a good way that he actually, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but that's how it was coming off. I'm really glad that he's sticking with her and trying to look out for her best interest. I really, really, really appreciate that. So Mel saying, okay, well, if Maurice doesn't want to plan a party, then I'll plan this party for you, because you do want to celebrate that you've gotten through chemo. You know, we want to celebrate that. I'll plan this for you. Kimmi says, okay, but the people that I want to invite are people you don't really too much fool with now, Mel. So I need you to make sure that you're 100% okay with the people that's going to be on this guest list. Mel's, I'll be fine as long as people know not to be, not throwing shade and being shady, as long as they know how to do that in. So they go through this little simulation, I guess, of trying to pretend like she's doing invites. What I don't understand is why is Mel just not planning? Why can't Mel just plan the event and let Kimmi invite everybody? It really don't need to be all of this. And I guess this might be cooked up for the drama on TV, but it don't make no sense. Let Kimmi invite the people so you don't got to interact with them and call them on a track phone, and we'll talk about that in a second, because that was just, girl, what? Anyway, so let Kimmi invite the people, and then you could just plan the party. Simple as that. Now we talking about Martell. Now again, Martell make my whole entire ass itch, so I'm gonna try not to roll my eyes as many times as I really truly want to. I'm gonna try to have some self-control, but baby, it's gonna be real hard, because I cannot stand Martell Holt raggedy tied ass, okay? Martell is getting a facial from a masseuse, I don't know the female term. I think it's masseuse for female term for someone who gives massages. Martell in confessional told me, I love when a woman touch me. Martell, we know that's the problem. That's why you in this situation. You like all the women touching you. Quiet as it's kept, Martell give that he done visited a couple prostitution houses. He seemed like he that type of, he seemed like he a Joe, or what do you call it, a John. He give me John, okay? He gives me John regularly. He seemed like he a regular. Marlene walk in. Now I'm not gonna lie, the esthetician's expression, her face was like, who the hell? Who is that? I was like, I was the same thing. Marlene walking in, what's going on with my boy? Who is this? What is this? I'm like, Marlene, why you act like you ain't never been nowhere before? You act like you ain't never seen nothing. Marlene act like, Miss Marlene act like she ain't never been nowhere. Miss Marlene act like she ain't never seen nothing. Girl, come on now. Anyway, so Sheree calls. Sheree, child. Sheree is on the phone. She's shooting Real Housewives of Atlanta. Sonia is in the background. They saying, hey, Martell, why your chest out? Which, again, Martell stay trying to have his chest out on camera. Whatever. Martell tells everybody in the confessional that him and Sheree's relationship, they just friends. So here's what I gather about this. There was an interview that Tyrese Gibson had done, and he was talking about how his heart was broken from his wife getting up and leaving him, and she left for no reason, and he didn't know why, which I don't believe that. I don't think his wife just got up and left him for no reason. I feel like there's reason behind it. He's just not going to admit to it. So Tyrese was saying, and I'm going somewhere with this, I promise. Tyrese was saying that his wife had left, and he ended up starting dating this girl who was like, this girl, y'all know, the infamous girl who basically said that she really wasn't into Tyrese. She'd rather date Paul Walker. So that girl, they've been together for 3 years now. He said, you know, I've been heartbroken. My heart is still broken. You know, I'm dealing with her. She's, you know, loving through my pain and my heartbreak. And so what's happening right now is Sheree is a placeholder. Just like this girl that Tyrese Gibson is fooling with. He was like, no, I don't want to be alone. I need to, you know how some women say they want to set themselves alone and get themselves right before they try to get into a relationship. No, I don't need to do that. I need to be with somebody who's gonna nurse me back. That's what Martell doing right now. Martell is trying to use Sheree to nurse him, just be a placeholder. I'm gonna keep you here until I'm ready to move on, because he's clearly trying to get back with Mel, which is, I hope that that's not going to be their storyline for the rest of the season, because don't nobody give a damn. Saying that Martell still wants you back is not the flex. Martell disrespected you. He cheated on you. He's a cheater. He is a liar. He can't keep nothing together. He ain't smart. Why would you want him? That's not the flex. Might as well. I'm gonna keep on going, because again, I can keep my foot on his neck, and I'm gonna try not to, because I'm trying to make this video not too long. So Martell says he misses his family, and we already know that's code for I miss being with Melody. And he's saying, I don't understand why she's not coming around. You know, I'm going to therapy now. I'm trying to go to therapy now. Now, Martell, you said last season that you was in therapy. Now you talking about you going to therapy. So which one is it, Martell? Your lies are starting to I don't know. Now, was it me? Or did y'all, it was weird the way he was talking about, I'm trying to go to therapy to be a better person. But the way he was saying it, it sounded like it was a joke to him. Like, it sounded like it was funny to him. I don't know. Did y'all catch that? Because I was like, why does this sound so weird coming out his mouth saying that he's trying to go to therapy? I don't understand. What was that? Where was that energy coming from? Arlene is talking about, what's wrong with you, son? You don't need, again, interrupter of progress. Miss Marlene, you're an interrupter of progress. I cannot stand these old school ass opinions about therapy. Like, this is a new school way. A new way. That old way that y'all was doing, that junk don't work. It don't work. It do not work. It's ineffective. Put that to the side. Let's move on to some new things. So anyway, Martell is saying he want to go to therapy. Miss Marlene saying, what's wrong with your son? You know, everybody make mistakes. Pause on this. Let me tell you something, Miss Marlene. That's not a mistake. Martell felt like he was 100% right in what he was doing. He did not think he was making a mistake at all, because mistakes occur one time. They do it once and they're like, oh no, that's a mistake. I'm not going to keep doing that. I'm not going to keep going back to that, because I know that's messing up. Martell did not make a mistake. Martell was with that girl for over 5 years. Over 5 years. That was not a mistake. Martell thought he was well within his right to do what he was doing. Matter of fact, he was trying to tell Melody that she needed to get on board with it, because this is how men should be treated, how men should be living. Anyway, Miss Marlene is saying, I don't like her, she ain't say speaking directly to Mel, but she's speaking in terms of Mel, telling your kids that your son is that their father is a monster and stuff. Like, only monsters inflict pain on someone and continue to do it even after that person has expressed, this hurts me. Like, what I don't understand, the concept of cheating, especially when men do it and they feel like they had a right to do it. Like, it blows my mind. Not just men, but people who do it and they feel like they're entitled to it. It's like, okay, now wait a minute now. So you mean to tell me you feel entitled to hurting someone, but if it were done to you, then it's wrong? See, that's what it blows my mind. Let's move on. So we see Stormi. Hey girl, hey. Love Stormi. Courtney in the house. He's sagging. I'm like, why are you sagging in the house, Courtney? Put your pants up. You was at the house. Anyway, love Courtney, love Stormi in their relationship. Stormi wants more kids. Courtney is looking like, no. First of all, we need to get this one child chest that you got off the boob, because he getting too old. He old enough to eat steaks. Courtney, he is not old enough to eat steaks. And from what I've read, studies have shown, from the studies that I've read, that breast milk is actually really good for children up to like 2 years old, I think, 2 to 3 years old, and it helps with like their brain development and immune system, all kinds of things. So no. He says that she wants more kids. Courtney says he is not interested in no more kids. He first gave an excuse of why, the trauma that he experienced, and honestly, there's probably more there, and I wonder why. We'll probably see it later on. I did want to point out Mel's confessional look with the ponytail and the floral shirt top. So cute. Oh my gosh, so cute. Mel looked really good in that. So then we show Mel inviting people. She got a track phone, y'all. She inviting Tiffany on this track phone. Now wait a minute, I thought Tiffany was your friend, so you done put Tiffany. So all the people on this show are not her friends. Got it. why don't you just say that to these people and just be real? Like, I don't understand why you can't just be real with them and say what it is. Just say, I ain't trying to be your friend like that, and we shoot here to shoot this show, and that's it. Girl, problem solved, girl. Tisha's confessional look, yes, amazing. Yes, that orange and the orangish yellow, girl, Tisha, gorgeous. We get introduced to Miss Betty. Miss Betty is Stormi's mom. Now, Carlos is always finding somebody mama, because Miss Wanda is nowhere to be found. Okay, Miss Wanda we don't know where she at. She might appear in this season, but I don't think so. We don't see her at all. She usually gets a lot of camera time, so Miss Wanda's not here. So I guess they decided they were gonna remove Destiny or remove Miss Wanda, the two women that none of the Melanites or melodramas, Melamutts liked. Shout out to giving you the real tea. Miss Betty is there to take care of Chess because Stormi is looking to find a babysitter or a nanny, but she's having a hard time. I like Miss Betty already, honestly. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I like her. She's rational. She's logical. Personally, okay? Sound like a good mama to have. Miss Betty does have a point, because Stormi brings up the fact that Courtney is not interested in having another child. And she was like, well, did it ever occur to you that maybe Courtney is thinking about what he experienced when he saw you losing a lot of blood, and maybe this is emotionally triggering for him, and he doesn't even want to go down that road to experience those emotions again, because it just put him in such a negative place. And I was like, that's a really good point. And Stormi said that as well. She was like, I mean, just to say flat out, no. I think she kind of was going back and forth on whether or not she felt like her mom was right, but I think at the end of the day, she was kind of like, that makes sense. Maybe I have been processing it on my side, but not really thinking about how Courtney has been taking it, which makes that makes sense. It makes sense. And that's when Miss Betty starts asking about her relationship with Melody. Miss Betty off top says, I ain't like Mel's energy. And baby, I'm all about energies. If my energy, if what I'm picking up from you isn't right, I'm so serious. I'm one of those type of people. If I'm picking up your energy and it's not right, I'm going with that. I'm not second guessing it. I'm not playing with it. I'm not. Back to, before I get into this, I don't understand why adoption isn't a possible thought. Like, adoption is an alternative that Stormi and Courtney can think about, minus the surrogate, because that is kind of different, especially if Courtney's not interested in that. So maybe adoption might be the compromise that they need. So Mel has ghosted Stormi. Miss Betty's asking Stormi, where's your relationship with Mel now? She said, you know, I'm getting a lot of flack, mama, from you because of the things you're saying on social media. Now, quiet as it's kept, the tweets that they showed us, I was just like, I mean, Miss Betty calling it like she see it, but I see Stormi trying to cover her ass because she ain't trying to be, you know, like how they was dragging Destiny. It's a shame. It's like a mafia. Like, I didn't tell y'all how some girl was in my comments being disrespectful to me just because I'm telling my own opinion. Like, these people are, it's like the mafia or something. It's crazy. Like, people are entitled to their opinion about whoever you like or don't like. On the tweets, she was saying, questioning whether Melody really does like Stormi. And that's a legit question. Does Melody really like Stormi, or was she just using her to put her on the show and trying to use her to get information on how to put her hair products together, right? And then the other piece is, and she also tweeted something to the effect of, Mel is distorting the truth, using the same tactics that she did with Destiny, distorting parts of the truth to make it seem like there's an issue and starting drama with that person. I said, same thing Destiny said, and we saw it play out. So it's gonna be the same thing. So we get to the pink event. This is the event to celebrate Kimmi finishing up chemo and going into surgery, but she wanted to just celebrate because she was able to close this chemo chapter for now. And we hope it stays that way there. That stays that way. Kimmi announces to everybody that there is no sign of cancer. The radiologist said, you know, from the way I'm looking, the CAT scan, it looks like you already had surgery. The doctor is still saying that she needs to go ahead and get surgery to remove the area that the tumor was living, but there's no sign of tumors or cancer. She's clear. So shout out to Kimmi. Martell, I need you to get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. He needs Melody to pray about their relationship. He says, I'm the father of 4 of your children. We should always be in a good space, especially since I haven't been negative. I haven't been bringing you down, blah, blah, blah. I need Martell to explain exactly what he wants from Mel as it relates to the children, because at this point, they are 2 divorced people. 2 single people, and the only thing that he needs from Mel is to understand what their children need. I am not getting that from Martell. It sounds like he is trying to force Melody to think about getting back with him, or allowing him to have access to her as he did when they were married. And that is not something that she is required to do. Y'all are 2 single people. You asking for husband privileges, and that has been revoked. It's null and void. Martell, I need you to go on with yourself. Martell got some nerve. But here's the thing where I'm like, Mel, I need you to pipe up. Mel need to turn around and say, boy, I'm not about to be praying about nothing. We not doing anything. I'm not doing, no. So this is where I feel like Mel is enjoying this little bit of a chase. I feel like it's an ego boost for her. I really do. I do think this is an ego boost for her. Because honestly, 2 divorced people, Mel don't owe you nothing. She doesn't owe you anything, and you don't deserve any access to her outside of knowing about the children. And that's on P. Okay, he just need the track phone number, and that's it. I don't understand why Mel need to pipe up, and she need to say it, and she needs to stand 10 toes down and tell her to back the fuck up and get the hell on, is what she need to do at this point. So Stormi pulls Mel aside and asks her, hey girl, what's going on? You know, are we good? I texted you, you didn't respond back. She was like, oh, Mel, oh, you didn't know I changed my number? Girl, nah, I know we done all changed our number before, because I'm a queen of changing my damn number, okay? The number I've had, this the longest I've ever had a phone number, because I change my phone number quick on your ass. I really will. It's real obnoxious, but I will. Mel, if you change your number, it is your job to give out that number to everybody who you want to have your number. You specifically did not give Stormi your number for your own reasons. Do not play in this lady face and act like you ain't do it. Oh girl, why you ain't just text me? I did text you. That's Stormi. I did text you. You ain't text back. You didn't try to call that number. I called the number. I texted. They don't do that. This number is disconnected thing. Obviously, you didn't want to get it to her. So anyway, y'all, Mel get me worked up. I be so, girl, Mel, girl, it's time for you to go, girl. It's time for you to go. I understand you trying to get your bag, but this is a lot. Anyway, y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about the show. Try to be as respectful in the comments as possible. Don't come for me unless I send for you. I'm just going to be honest. I don't have a problem blocking anybody. I don't have a problem getting disgusting in the downright nasty in the comments. I will if I have to, and then I will block your ass. I'll see y'all later. Take care.